Welcome back to Listen to the Words. We are feeling extremely rough right now.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you go to a concert when you're pushing 40.
Yeah.
We feel like death. Actually, I feel good, except I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to live now. Because we experienced greatness last night.
We did.
We experienced so much greatness. My voice hurts.
Yeah.
I took the day off because I work in customer service, so I'm on the phone literally all day long.
Yeah.
And I didn't have it in me to be on the phone all day long dealing with idiots.
Well, originally...
no offense to my customers are actually smart.
Originally, you were going to, see how you felt.
Yeah.
But by the time the concert finished and then we got out of the park, it took 30 minutes...
To get out of the parking lot.
out of the parking lot because people are stupid.
Yep.
And then it was like an hour 20, hour 30 drive home. Then you had to stop to get something to eat because you were starving.
I didn't eat dinner because my stomach was feeling kind of finicky from lunch. So I was like, let me not eat anything. And I was fine.
Yeah.
But towards the middle of the set of the concert, I was like, I'm a little hungry.
Yeah.
I think I can make it home.
Yeah.
By the time we made it past the Charlotte airport, I was like, I have to stop. I was like, I'm shaky.
Yeah.
I'm loopy. And I was like, this is not a good combination for
when you're driving.
when I'm driving
late at night.
Across state lines.
At midnight.
But we finally got home around 1:15-ish.
Yeah.
We had to jump in the showers because it was 95 degrees outside yesterday.
And my hair was I had washed it and fixed it and everything. My face melted off.
Yeah.
My
I
hair
sweated
was
through my
wet.
2 shirts. It was just bad.
So.
But
by the time we got everything done, it was 1:30.
And then we're at that point, we're so jacked up on adrenaline, sharing posts on Instagram of our show, of the concert we went to.
Yep.
And not to brag or anything, but Yellowcard shared my reel of one of their songs, and they actually commented and shared the comment saying thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm not bragging, but I'm kind of famous now. I kind of went viral because
we're kind of in the band.
So now I'm technically a 6th member of the Yellowcard, but someone just shared it again right now on their reel.
That's cool.
So now it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So the band shared it, and then the bass player actually shared it and commented as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not bragging, but I'm kind of.
He liked mine too. He liked my post and my reel last night or early this morning. He didn't share it, but he liked it, so that's enough for me.
It's good promotion.
Yeah.
But I think he didn't share your stuff in the beginning because yours was on your private account.
Yeah, I posted some stuff on my private account, but then I posted on my business account. On your
Crafty Kelly's.
Yes.
Give a shout out to your business.
My Crafty Kelly's Workshop Instagram account. I posted stuff on there, so
let us get into it.
Yep.
So we bought these tickets months ago.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite bands of all time is Yellowcard.
Yep.
So they broke up in 2017-ish. They had a final tour. We could not make that tour for some reason. I don't think they actually came close to this area, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we didn't make the tour. But a few months back, they did actually a year ago. They did a show in Chicago as a one-off reunion type of thing. I wonder how much the promoters threw money at them, and they were able to get them together. But so I think they said it last night on the show that they got together for that show, and they just fell back into the groove.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, let's go on tour together.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
So they actually had this band called This Wildlife was the first opener. Mm-hmm. We pulled up and we caught a little bit of the tail end of their set.
Yeah.
And I actually liked it.
Yeah,
and
it was decent.
I liked their merch.
Yeah. Yeah, their merch was cool. A lot of people were buying it. It was funny.
It's the most fluorescent.
It's out there.
It is. I wanted to get one, but it was $60.
Yeah.
For the t-shirt.
No, it was for the set. It was for the shorts and the shirt. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I thought it was just a shirt. I would have rocked that entire outfit.
I'm pretty sure it was for the shorts too.
You literally just broke my heart right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking it up. This Wildlife, because it was like a onesie, wasn't it? Like a romper type thing.
No, it was a button-down shirt and then some little shorts.
I would have rocked that at the concert yesterday.
Yeah, and a lot of guys were changing into the shirt and shorts. Yeah, because they had the set on.
Yeah. I actually ran into him when I went to the bathroom during the Yellowcard performance.
Oh, yeah?
I actually bumped into one of the guys in the bathroom. The guy with the tattoo on his head.
Oh, yeah.
The drummer. I literally ran into him.
I saw him all walking around. And then I actually saw the lead singer back by the that little sound booth. Yes. The sound booth.
I saw him on the way back.
Him and the drummer were standing there.
I ran to the drummer at the bathroom, and then I ran into the lead singer and the little sound booth.
Yeah. Yep.
So, this Wildlife, their set was No More Waiting, Katie Ray, I Miss You, but it's a cover of a Blink-182 song. Where Are You? Head First.
That's Bruce's song.
Yeah. If It's Cool With You, I'm Cool Being Through.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed their set list.
Yeah, it was bad.
We were getting drinks and getting settled in, and we caught part of it.
Yeah. Deciding if we wanted to buy merch or not for anything.
And I was like, no, right now I'm broke, so no, let's not do it. And then halfway through the concert, I'm like, let's go buy merch.
It's so hard not to.
I blame Michael Lombardi.
Why?
Or was it Melanie? I'm going to blame his wife. Did you see their Instagram post? They was like, just buy the shirt.
No.
They went to a concert last weekend.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of her with her friend. I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
And it just says, it was something like, hey, enjoy life, buy the shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go buy some shirts. Let's go buy overpriced $40 t-shirts.
Yeah,
why not?
But the thing, it's hard when you go to concerts and not buy the merch. It's especially if it's somebody that you really, really like.
Yeah.
Or if it's like your very first time seeing them and you've been waiting to see them for such a long time. So that was it for me.
And what sucks is that the shirts were really cool looking.
They were amazing. Yeah. I feel like that was worth $40.
Yeah. It was cool. So, all right. So we talked about this Wildlife. So they were cool. I'm not very familiar with their music. I'm going to add it to my Apple Music and kind of dive into it.
And maybe we'll do a song or something.
Maybe. Story of the Year went on. Now, you have never seen them before either.
No, but I like their music.
So I have seen them several times at Warped Tours, and they came on, and I was like, I want to see your reaction. I was like, I can't wait to see how she reacts. And when they came out raging.
Oh yeah,
screaming. Like they start up and the Hero Will Drown, which is a great opener, and then they went into the Antidote, which is one of their newer songs. Then they dived into Anthem of Our Dying Day.
Which is one of the songs that I know from them. I only know 2 of their songs.
Then they sang War.
Yeah.
Then Real Life. And then In the Shadows. And then Until the Day I Die.
Yeah. Which is my favorite song.
Yeah. They killed it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I kind of wish their set was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I kind of wish it was just them opening.
Yeah.
And then we could have heard.
Do like a 15 set.
Remember how most concerts you go to, they have usually one
those are the
opening.
Big Boy concerts, like
but
Justin Timberlake or the Police.
But they have one opening act, and I get it with emo bands, it's completely different. Yeah. They have multiples and they do smaller sets. I would have liked to hear more of Story of the Year because they were phenomenal.
And it's funny because they get down hard, and then the singer is he has a great singing voice, and then he has a great screaming voice.
Yeah,
and you can articulate every single thing he said.
Yeah,
whoever did their sound was amazing.
Yeah,
they did a great job.
Yeah.
Now then, after they finished, Mayday Parade went on. Mm-hmm. Now Mayday Parade's set was good.
Yeah,
but me and you discussed, what were your thoughts?
So I only know a few of their songs, and it was just
While she articulates her thoughts.
No, I couldn't really hear them very well.
I had trouble.
Whoever did their sound, I don't know if it was just the singer or if the music was too loud. Or if the lead singer kind of mumbled. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I don't get it.
I had a hard time hearing them.
It was tough to understand what they were singing.
Yeah.
If you didn't know the songs, you wouldn't know what the lyrics were.
Right. Exactly.
And that's bad.
Yeah.
So at that point, I went to the bathroom. No, you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, we both did.
We went and got drinks, and then
because we weren't
That's when we got our merch and the drinks. We got that stuff. So
Yeah.
they went with Oh Well. That's what they opened with. Then More Like a Crash. Then Anywhere But Here. Miserable at Best. Piece of Your Heart. Got Me All Wrong. Jersey. Jamie All Over.
Yeah.
It was a great stage performance, but the sound was
the sound was off.
The sound was
so I feel like I couldn't really enjoy them the way I wanted to. I wanted to enjoy them because I do like their music.
And I like the stage, his stage presence too. The lead singer has really good stage presence, but the sound was
very good. The sound was weird.
The sound was off.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to describe it.
It felt muffled almost too.
He wasn't really on top of the mic. He wasn't like...
No.
But then you could hear that. You can understand that clearly.
Right.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't
Something
know.
was off about that.
Something was off
mic.
with theirs.
But,
at least for us,
Let's also preface. We sat next to this couple next to me on the right.
Oh gosh.
That sat the entire concert they were sitting down and on Instagram the entire day. The entire concert. And I'm like, why did you spend money on this?
Why spend the money
to come here?
For one thing, why spend the money to come if you're not going to pay attention and listen? I get like some bands you don't know or whatever, and you just sit there.
The entire show, they sat down.
But the entire show, plus it's 95 degrees outside.
And he was wearing pants. And
so was she.
Yeah, but she was wearing like a bikini top, kind of.
And she shouldn't have been.
No. She was popping out. And she was popping out on the top and on the midsection.
Yeah. Which is fine, but I feel like you should wear appropriate clothes for that.
But I mean, for 95 degrees, I guess it was appropriate.
Yeah, I guess.
But she wasn't. They were not. She looked miserable.
Yeah, they just looked miserable. So it's like, why bother?
And then they had food, and then we kept getting...
Because tickets were not cheap.
No. And we lost a ticket.
Yeah.
But anyway, they just sat there and just seemed miserable. And I was like, oh, man, I feel bad for them. I kept looking over. I'm like, are they rocking out? No, they were just literally scrolling on Instagram.
That's crazy.
So it was weird. And they wouldn't have been talking to each other either. That's the weird thing, too.
Yeah.
They just weren't conversating and like, oh, you like this song? Nothing like that.
Yeah.
Now, the couple that was sitting directly in front of us...
They wouldn't stop talking.
The girl... Like, I was telling Kelly, if I was this young man in a relationship with this girl...
Well, they were like 2 rows in front of us.
2 rows ahead of us. If I was this young man with this girl, I would have dumped her. Because she would not shut her mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what was so important.
I get, okay. When you're at a concert, it's fine if you want to talk, like...
Between sets.
But people in front of us were talking during the set. And, like, when Ryan would start talking in between songs... They were talking so loud, I couldn't hear what he was saying. And I'd rather hear him than them. Yeah. I don't care about your Instagram or whatever or what you're going to do after the concert. Shut up.
Yeah. But anyway, so Mayday Parade, I feel like we need to give it another shot with a better sound quality.
Yes.
From what I understood, they're going back on tour. Maybe we'll go see them and kind of get a better vibe. Yeah. Because I don't feel like this was a good representation of the band, unfortunately.
And I think I'm gonna download some of their music on Apple, Music, and that way I can kind of listen to their songs and
listen to the words.
Yeah, and hopefully, because I do like a couple of their songs. So, but yeah, and that's my niece's favorite band is Mayday Parade. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to
give it another shot.
Yeah, dive into them a little bit more.
So now, this is where we dive in. To greatness. Yellowcard comes out. Now, Kelly has never seen Yellowcard perform.
Nope.
I've seen them about roughly 10 times. No exaggeration.
No, I know.
I've literally seen them about 10 times.
Yeah.
And every single time it gets better and better and better. And I told Kelly, I was like, I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing.
I don't think I've seen anybody 10 times.
I've seen Matchbook and Yellowcard. Taking Back Sunday probably close to 10 times. Andrew McMahon, I think maybe 5 or 6 as Something Corporate, as Jack's Mannequin, and then this last time as Andrew McMahon and The Wilderness. Dashboard, I've seen about 4 or 5, maybe 4. No, 5 times. So, yeah.
So I've seen Matchbook twice, Fall Out Boy twice.
I've seen Fall Out Boy about 4 times.
And I've seen Taking Back Sunday, I think 3 times. Because they're my favorite band.
Yeah.
And I would see them over and over and over again.
Taking Back Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen Dashboard twice. Once with
Taking Back Sunday,
and then the other one with Andrew McMahon. And then Yellowcard once. So
now, when Yellowcard came out, I was like, this is really awesome, but there's something missing. For me personally. What was missing was my cousin Stephanie.
Yeah.
She would have had a giant blast.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, I was like, I've seen Yellowcard many a times with her.
Yeah.
And Matchbook. She was my concert partner back in the day.
Yeah.
So, Steph, we missed you. You were there in spirit with us.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow her, Steph.themom on Instagram. And she has the cutest babies ever. My little nephew, we call him my nephew, but because
they're cousins.
But She sent me a picture today of him taking a nap.
Yeah.
And he lays down and sleeps just like I do.
Yeah, he does.
And I looked, I was like, oh my God. That's so weird. That's the Hernandez. He can't deny the Hernandez in him.
Nope.
So, Yellowcard came on at 9:25 p.m. Now, mind you, it's 95 degrees outside still.
Yep, but I didn't care. There was a nice breeze, though.
A little bit. A little bit.
It was decent.
Unfortunately, Sophia didn't make it with us at the show.
No.
I looked at the forecast and I saw there was going to be 95 plus degrees. And in my head, I'm thinking, I know she's going to hate this.
Yeah.
It's going to be really, really hot and she's going to hate this. So I told Kelly.
And she's not going to enjoy it's hard to enjoy a concert if you're miserable. So, yeah.
So I told Kelly, I was like, have a discussion with her. Because sometimes I feel like she's going to feel like she's disappointing me by not going.
Right.
So I figured you discuss it with her. It's her decision. Yeah. I do not care if I lose the money on the ticket.
Right.
I'd rather her be content in not going than going and be miserable.
Right. And not have a good time and not experience it
exactly
the way she
now,
should.
If next time they come around, Yellowcard, they come out in the spring or the fall,
yes,
we will definitely take her.
Definitely.
But the fact that yesterday was 95 plus.
And it was packed.
And it was sold out. It was a sold out show. Fortunately, we had that one seat behind it next to us to be a buffer.
Yeah.
That was a good thing.
Yeah.
But she decided that she wanted to stay, and I was like, I respect that. I'm not offended. I'm not mad. I'd rather you stay home with my mom, and then that way you don't have to be miserable.
Yeah. And the difference is we grew up doing this. We grew up going to these summer concerts.
Yeah.
And,
at a later age, though. She's only 11.
Yeah, we did.
But we did see the cutest little girl. You pointed out to me.
Yeah.
She's the most adorable little girl.
Super cute.
In front of a fan that's spraying water. And she's just having the time of her life.
She was probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah, she was so cute. I was like, oh my
she was
gosh.
in front of this big fan and it was spraying water out too.
And she was living her best life.
Yeah, she was loving it. But, and there were a few kids there, like small kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just
it was a
so
lot.
crowded, and we had the loud aspect of it down because we got our earplugs, so it would kind of muffle it a little bit for her. But there's nothing we can really do about the heat other than drink
and go
water.
figure that yesterday, like the entire week it was like 85, 82, and I was like, all right, cool, we're good. But yesterday I got an alert on my phone saying heat advisory and like air quality advisory in Charlotte, and I was like, come on. And I'm looking at like 95 degrees.
Yeah.
And it said it was finally going to go down like around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock to down to like 89. I was like, that's still hot.
Yeah, it's still hot.
It's still stifling.
And then especially when you've got all these people around you and they're sweating and they're jumping up and down and breathing and it's
and
heat
vaping.
Vaping and heat radiating off of them. It's just...
It was a lot.
Yeah, it
so
was
I decided,
too much.
I was like, I don't want her to be miserable, and then also me in my head thinking, oh, what do I do to make her feel comfortable?
Right.
I want to enjoy the show.
Enjoying the show, because then it would have been the same for me. I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it the way I wanted to.
And it's not saying that Sophia is a pest. I'm just saying I want her to decide for herself if she wants to do this or not.
Right.
And she made her call, and I was like, hey, are you okay with that? I don't mind losing the money. I tried to be selling the ticket, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
No biggie.
It is what it is.
So let's talk about this set list.
All
right. What they come out and they had the greatest light show ever. You mentioned that. The light show was just...
I got some really cool pictures with the lights. But yeah, they did a lot of purple and green. They did a lot of red.
They did all the colors.
Yeah, they did all the colors, but they really did a lot of purple and green.
Yeah.
But yeah, their light show was amazing. And it's for during the whole tour because we've seen other videos and it's the same lighting that they use. So that was really cool.
So what did they start with?
So
hold on, mind you, this is the 20-year anniversary for the album Ocean Avenue.
Yep.
That's why they got back together to play this to celebrate the anniversary of this album.
Yep.
And play the songs. So that's the bulk of the set list is Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
But they sprinkled a few little songs here and there of the newer stuff.
Yep.
There you go. Sorry, I needed to preface that.
Fine. So the first song they did was Way Away. And yeah.
What a way to set the tone. Like when you start off with that song, immediately you're like, oh, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
This is going to be really good.
Yeah, like face immediately started melting.
Yeah. That's when she lost all her makeup.
I lost all the makeup.
And all facial functions.
Yes, my face came off.
And actually, Ryan, the lead singer and guitarist, said that, hey, the guy who plays the violin is the guy who's been melting your faces is a violin player.
Yeah.
He's just amazing. Sean Mackin.
Yeah. And that I've always said this, that I love when bands incorporate an instrument other than a guitar or a drum or a bass.
Yeah.
Like the fact that, and this isn't the original violin player.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm. Sean's always been the same guy.
Oh, okay. I thought that was...
The drum player has been different.
Okay. That's where I got confused.
The drum player, the bass player, and the other guitar they've been a revolving door. But this has been the group that's been the last 5 or 6 years.
Okay. So, but the fact that they play a violin and it's not playing classical music, it's rock music. It's just... It's amazing. It like the talent these guys have is just mind blowing.
Yeah, to orchestrate all of it to make it sound good.
And Ryan he sounded phenomenal.
He has aged like fine wine. That man,
he really has.
Because we watched the video of Way Away when they first came out, and it's like he's a little scrawny.
Yeah, he's a kid.
But now it's like
he's a man.
He's a man.
Then you watch Childhood Eyes.
He's a good looking man.
And I'm like, hello.
Yeah. So they finished Way Away, which is amazing.
Yeah. They did 5 songs right off the clip. Like without...
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah. Because a friend of mine couldn't make the show. So I was sending her videos of the songs and everything and sending her pictures and stuff. And right off the bat, I sent her like 5 clips of them performing.
You're like, sorry, you're gonna get bombarded with stuff right now.
She knew she was gonna get bombarded. So yeah, I sent they just went straight into the music. Didn't say hi, how are you, kiss my butt, nothing.
They just went. You guys are really sweaty right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna burn
make it
your
worse.
Face. Yeah. So after they did Way Away, they dived into Breathing, which is one of my favorite songs ever.
That's
and
my favorite.
At that point, I lost my voice.
Yeah.
And song number 2, mind you, my throat's like, oh no, this is bad. And I was like, but hey, we still got an hour. We literally still have an hour and a half to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Breathing. What can you say?
I love that song. That's probably one of my favorite songs off that album. It's just, that whole album is just amazing. Like they did such a good job.
And I can't find it on vinyl. I can only find the acoustic version. I'm still looking for the original, but I might just end up buying the acoustic version.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of acoustic.
It's a good one though,
but I would listen to that just because I love that album so much.
But that's going to be one of those albums that when I buy it, it's going on the wall.
Yeah,
because Magic Romance, Dashboard Confessional, and that Yellowcard
album vinyl itself, or just
it's just the case. Those 2 right there behind you, just the cases.
Oh, okay.
The albums are over there. You just take the sleeve out and put them there.
Yeah.
So Breathing, phenomenal as always, and I ruined my throat at that point. Next, they dived into Lights and Sounds.
Yeah.
Which is one of their newer songs. It's not off Ocean Avenue.
No. They did songs from like different albums, but mostly it was Ocean Avenue.
Lights and Sounds. Great.
That's a great
killer,
song.
amazing.
I love that song.
Then they dived into Believe.
Yeah.
Now, if you haven't heard the song Believe, a little background to it, it's about 9/11.
Yeah.
So it talks about Ryan puts himself in the position of someone who's been rescued by a firefighter in the Twin Towers, and how he wants his life to change and honor the sacrifice that the firefighter has made for him.
Yeah, because a lot of firefighters and police officers died during 9/11 rescuing people.
Yeah. So he says, I want to hug my wife when I get home, tell the kids they'll never know how much I love to see them smile. And I get goosebumps, and I cry every time I hear the song.
Yeah, I started getting teary-eyed singing along to it. It was just, it's such a powerful song. And when you hear it live, it's even like I was getting goosebumps. Like it's just one of those songs that's so powerful. And I feel like even if you didn't live in New York during 9/11, if you've got friends or family that are first responders, you connect with that kind of a song because you know that they're putting their life on the line, every day. So like I have friends that are firefighters.
And you have family.
I have family that's one of my uncles is a retired chief. And his son, my cousin, is a firefighter and EMT.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just, the sacrifice that they make every day. It's such a selfless position to have.
Yep.
So yeah, it just makes that song that much more powerful for me.
And my connection to is I lived in New York City when this all happened. I watched this unfold live.
Yeah.
Not even live on TV, live outside of my window.
Yeah.
Because my high school faced that area.
Yeah.
And then my bedroom window, if you look left, those are the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
So I have a connection to that. And usually when 9/11 comes around, I get in a weird mood.
Yeah.
I just get really bummed out. And then when people start yapping about it, like, where were you when you were on 9/11? I don't like to talk about it much.
Yeah.
I talk about it with people that I grew up with in New York and that we lived through it with.
Right.
Like me and Jose will discuss it and talk about it. And then when people around us are like, well, where were you? And they're like, well, we started hiding under our desk here in Greenville, South Carolina. And you're like, I was like, you were safe.
Yeah. You were fine.
You were A-okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, where were you? And I was like, about 3 miles from the Twin Towers?
Yeah.
Ballpark? And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah. Did you see it happen? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
All those asbestos and the smoke blew our way. Yeah. I lived it. But I don't like to talk about it. It makes me...
I mean, it's a very emotional thing.
And I always tell people that it was day 2 of my high school senior year.
Yeah.
It was on a Tuesday. Monday was our first day of school. Then Tuesday was the second day of school.
I mean, it's a traumatic experience for anybody that lived in New York or even was just visiting New York at that time, to be there when it's so chaotic like that and you can't see your hand in front of your face for all the smoke. So. But,
all right, moving on. They dove into Life of a Salesman. Great song. What's a dad for? Dad, tell me what I'm dad. Are you missing something? Number 5, Life of a Salesman. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I have Rough Landing, Holly.
That's number 6.
Oh.
Did you click on the set list from yesterday?
No.
All right, then. So
I did my Apple Music one. Because that's the one you sent me.
Okay, and I did it off an old playlist, but I thought you were gonna look up the playlist from the website.
No, I'm sorry.
So you failed me.
I'm
so
sorry.
And that's why people don't share your reels. Josh, thank you for not sharing her reel.
No, Josh.
So Life of a Salesman was number 5.
Uh-huh.
Great song. It's off of the Ocean Avenue album.
Mm-hmm.
Then they dived into Rough Landing, Holly. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Good one. Then they went to Fighting, which is off their newer albums. What am I fighting for?
I like that song.
Then they went to Hollywood Died.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went back into Ocean Avenue. 1 year, 6 months.
Yep.
Oh, I love that song.
That's a really good song.
I actually cried the first time I heard that song. Because I actually saw them in New York City. They were promoting the Ocean Avenue album. It had just released, and I saw them in September. It came out like in August or July, and I saw them in September in New York.
Yeah.
Then they did Hang You Up. And that's the one that they did with the lead singer of Mayday Parade.
Yes.
He came out and they sang a little duet. It was really good.
I like that song.
And then you could understand him sing.
Yeah, you could understand him then.
So Mayday Parade's audio guy must have just fallen asleep or just like
I don't know what they did.
He did this. He went, hello. Just jacked up the volume.
Yeah.
Now I messed up my settings.
But jacked it up somewhere else because we couldn't hear.
Yeah, we couldn't understand a word they were saying. Then they went to Empty Apartment off the Ocean Avenue album. Mm-hmm. Then they went into Childhood Eyes.
Childhood Eyes.
Which is their newest song. Their newest album or EP is coming out
Friday,
which is 2 days from now.
Yeah.
I'm going to release this today, episode today.
Yeah.
So 2 days from now, pre-save Childhood Eyes on your Apple Music, your Spotify.
That's the name of the album,
That's
too.
the name of the EP.
Yeah.
There's 5 songs on it. So he talked about they got back together again and they started kind of jamming out and tinkering with stuff. And they're like, let's do 5 songs or 5 or 6 songs.
Yeah.
And they recorded it and they were going to release it. And then at that point, he said, you know what? We decided as a band, we're going to keep making music.
Yeah.
He's like, we planned out this year, next year, and up to 2025 what we're going to do.
Yeah. And he was saying, too, that like he was still, even though the band wasn't together anymore for a time, he was still looking for ways to make music and to do things with music. So they've never stopped, really.
No.
They've never stopped. So they just took a break. And sometimes you need that break to live your life.
And he also told us that before they broke up, they couldn't sell tickets.
Yeah.
Like he said, we couldn't sell the Fillmore, which is next door. It's an indoor venue.
Yeah.
He's like, last time we were here in Charlotte, we couldn't fill that room.
Which was 10 years ago.
And I was at that show.
Yeah.
And
that was supposed to be my first concert.
And you couldn't make it because Sophia got sick. And you're like, you could go by yourself. And I was like, I don't want to, but I was like, I can't lose these tickets. And they were that was a 10-year anniversary of Ocean Avenue.
Yep.
So I've actually seen how about this? I've seen
the original,
the 10-year anniversary, and now the 20-year anniversary. So in 10 years, when I'm 50, we'll see the 30-year anniversary. How crazy is that? But
if I'm still functioning at 50,
I'll be there. Well, we can wheel you in with a little scooter. But he said that they're going to reunite, and he's like, if you guys keep coming out, we're going to keep putting out music. Yeah. And I was like, I've actually never seen a Yellowcard show that full.
Yeah.
Because yesterday was full to the gills.
Yeah.
Full.
I would love to see them in an indoor venue.
I don't think they're big enough yet. For like a
No. I mean, like the Fillmore.
Oh, I think they're surpassed that already.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like a football stadium, like the Falcons Stadium.
No.
So Childhood Eyes, he's like, hey, I don't have to play the guitar on this. This is awesome. So he just had to rock out. So tell me about Childhood Eyes. What do you feel?
Childhood Eyes, so the friend that I was sending videos that couldn't make the show, I asked her if she had heard Childhood Eyes, if she had heard their new song. She said, no, I'm such a fan of their old stuff that I'm afraid
and I was
to listen to it.
When it came out, I was deathly afraid. I was like, I hope this is good.
And I get like that too with certain bands because like you love their older stuff so much. So then when they come out with new stuff, it's like you're excited but scared at the same time because you're wondering if it's going to still be that sound that you love. And with Yellowcard, it is that sound that you love. It is, it's just... It's iconic Yellowcard.
It's a Yellowcard song.
It is a Yellowcard song. There is no doubt about it.
And it's one of my favorite Yellowcard songs.
It is such a good song.
So if you have a chance, download that song now.
Yes.
And wait for the EP to come out on Friday.
Yes. And if you haven't seen the video, if you've heard the song but haven't seen the video for it, definitely watch the video. There's little...
Well, I'm going to tell you...
Easter eggs from the Ocean Avenue
The original
video.
Ocean Avenue video had a suitcase that has a little sheep on it. SHEEP. Because I said something yesterday and you didn't understand what I was saying.
I thought you said sheet, like a bed sheet.
Okay. Or like what dogs do outside.
No.
Sheep. That go, bah. Okay. There's a sheep on the suitcase that's being kind of thrown around and stolen back and forth. So... They never reveal what's in that suitcase.
No.
Then there's another video. I can't remember what it was. For you and your denial.
Yeah.
That the suitcase makes another appearance. And that was like 5 or 6 years after Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
And the suitcase and the girl that's in the original video of Ocean Avenue is in that video. But they never reveal what's in that suitcase again.
Right.
And I was like, interesting. Now, Childhood Eyes.
There's no suitcase.
But the band is being held hostage by a group of like kids, like a paramilitary kids, like they have like army fatigues and stuff like that. But they have patches on their arms of the sheep.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know what this sheep means.
I know.
I need to find out.
That sounded funny in my
sheep.
Head. I need to know what this means.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that they release more videos and they finally reveal what's in the suitcase.
Or we need to just like message them and be like, what does it all mean?
Yeah. It's like Lost.
I know.
Why there be zero payoff to this sheep?
It's just, something that they were messing with.
Yeah, it's like someone's bound to overthink this.
But in the other videos, they were like cops or whatever, or like spies or something in it. So I feel like that's what they were in Childhood Eyes too. That they got caught. So I think the girl with the suitcase is connected to the kids with the sheep patches.
Yeah.
It's like some organization.
We need to make like a board like in the show Luther where they put like the central.
I know, and all the red.
And put the red ribbons around. The sheep started here and it went over there.
It's like the Flash investigating his mom's death. It's like
and just make a sign that says where is the sheep? Or
just have a big question mark on a white piece of paper.
This big old sheep. Bull sheep.
And then we're going to have pictures of the Yellowcard band members.
Yeah. And of course, for you, Ryan's going to be bigger.
Basically. He's most important.
I've actually followed Ryan since Yellowcard broke up. He's done a couple of music projects, and he's also on a podcast I listen to every week.
Yeah.
It's called Thank the Maker, and he does it with the bass player of Story of the Year, and they talk about Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
That's all they talk about.
It's a really good show. I've listened
Sophia
to
likes it too.
Yeah, I've listened to a little bit of it with you, like in the car, and it is really good. I like it.
I listen to it every week, so shout out to Thank the Maker. I gotta tag them on this too.
Yeah.
So Childhood Highs, you got the whole place bumping again.
Phenomenal song.
Then you said phenomenal song.
Phenomenal song.
You said funk.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Chill Mike Tyson.
No,
You seen that Instagram emails like
You're
Mike Tyson?
Thor in the
You're
morning.
Thor in the morning. So after Childhood Eyes, they went into Light Up the Sky. Let me light up the sky.
Yep.
All right. After that, they went to Always Summer.
Uh-huh.
Great one. That's off. It's not off Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
Then they went to Awakening. Mm-hmm. Then they finished off with Back Home.
Yep.
They finished off their set, and then they have to do the whole encore thing. Everybody's just clapping,
which didn't take long. It was like a 5-second encore.
So they finished Back Home. They walked to the side of the stage. I looked down at my phone, and they came right back out.
We sat down for like half a second, and we were like, okay, it's going to be like 10 minutes before they come back out.
10 minutes before they come back out.
Yeah, no,
they
like 5 seconds.
Came right back. And like, all right, cool.
I think they changed like instruments and then came back.
I think they had to come back because they were running close to the end of like 11 o'clock. Like, yo, get out.
Yeah.
So then they came back with You Around, and then they came and they closed out with the two best songs for me personally. Well, one of the two best songs on Ocean Avenue, because Breathing for me is the best one on that album. But they did only one. Here I go.
Yeah.
They almost brought down the house. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
And then to close out the entire night, Ocean Avenue, which, realistically speaking, is the best way to close out that show.
Oh, yeah. You have to play that song. You can't play it first.
And that place just erupted.
Yeah.
Like, it just, and at that point, my voice was just gone.
Yeah.
Just gone. It was just shredded. But it was amazing. So after the show's finished, we finally get to the car because we had to like bum rush out the door, get in the car before the traffic jam. And anyway, we got on I-85 to get back home. And I'm like, hey, hon, so did it meet the hype that I hyped up the show?
Oh, for sure.
And you're like, yes, it was.
It was, seriously, it was probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Like,
and the set list was
perfectly
organized.
Was phenomenal because I pretty much knew every single song. There are a couple songs that I'm not too familiar with, and I think a lot of it is I'm so attached to Ocean Avenue. It's hard for me to go to another album.
Yellowcard was fortunate enough, for, in my personal opinion, is that every album was good. They tried new sounds, but they always kept that original core Yellowcard vibe.
Yeah.
So all their albums for me are really, really good.
Yeah.
But Ocean Avenue for me is like one of those that it's one of those non-skip albums. There's no songs that you skip on it.
No.
So it's up there.
Yeah.
And I only have very few albums. Two of them are right behind your head.
Yeah.
That I do not skip any song on the albums.
Yeah. Yeah. It's few and far between that I skip songs. I think
for you, mostly like Gangster's Paradise, right? By Coolio.
Yeah, I mean, that's my jam. It really is. I'm not even joking. I love that song. And what are you doing?
One of my coworkers texted me. I had to ask her this morning, hey, is there we have a weekly meeting on Wednesdays. I was like, is there anything I need to know about? And she just texted me. She goes, I am so sorry. I just saw this. I text her at 10:50 a.m. She's like, I am so sorry. I just got this. So that was all.
Okay. I forgot what I was saying.
No skippable songs.
Yeah.
I said Coolio, Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, that's my song. I can't think of an album like other than
it doesn't have to be rock or anything.
No. Other than Ocean Avenue, I think the Adele 25 that I don't skip songs on that one because the whole thing is amazing. Yeah. So that it's like I said, it's very few albums that I don't skip songs. Yeah.
I just picked up the 30 album on vinyl. We picked it up at Walmart.
Yeah, it was on sale.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
it's clear.
It's clear and it messes with my eyes
because it has a design inside of it. So
I'm already having eye problems.
Yeah, over here, bifocal Kelly.
And then you're showing me this vinyl that's like making me dizzy.
And she's so pretty. Look at that album. It's just sitting there.
It's a pretty album.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
So, but yeah, it was just. I'm kind of glad I didn't go 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, I wish I had because I love them.
Yeah.
But it was just an amazing experience. It was so amazing.
So cool.
And they're one of those bands, like I told you last night, Taking Back Sunday is my favorite, like, rock emo band. I love Adam Lazzara. I love his stage presence. Yeah. All their songs are so good. And Yellowcard is right up there. They're like neck and neck. Mm-hmm. Like, they are right up there with them. Like, I would see them again. Yeah. I would go see them tomorrow if I could.
I was like, should we drive down to Jacksonville this weekend to see them? But the show's sold out. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Because they're from Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah. Oh, so I figured that would be sold out.
And they're having a special edition t-shirt just for the Jacksonville. It's really cool.
No.
Yeah. You have to look it up later. Oh. But, yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. It was just fun to watch. It was
such a great concert. If you haven't seen them live and you've been wanting to, you need to do it.
Yeah. And they'll be around. They'll be around again
at least once.
Yeah. And what's funny is that one of my old coworkers from my old job texted me while we were at the show. She goes, "Hey, I don't know if you knew this, but Yellowcard's releasing a new EP on Friday." And I wrote back, I was like, "Hey, I'm at the show right now." And I sent her a picture. She goes, "Oh my god." She goes, "What are the chances?" I was like, "How crazy is that?"
Yeah.
But so much fun.
It was such a great show.
It lived up to the hype.
Yeah, my feet hurt now because I was standing the whole time.
Yeah, my throat hurts. And I took the day. I took the day off. Yeah, I took the day off, and I'm like, we finally fell asleep like around 3, wasn't it? We're sitting on the couch. I was sitting on my recliner. You were on the couch, and then
we needed to decompress too
because we got home and showered, and that kind of wakes you up. Like,
yeah,
I took a cold shower because I was so hot, like I was just steaming.
Yeah.
So that woke me up for a bit. So at one point, I kind of dozed off, and I opened my eyes. I was like, "Oh snap, where am I?" And it was like 2:55, and I was like, "I'm going to bed."
Yeah. We needed to decompress. The dogs needed attention because they hadn't seen us for a while. So,
and then of course my mother is my alarm clock because anytime I'm off from work, it's I need you.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. She's like, "Oh, can you come here now? I need your help." And I was like, "Okay." And I'll go over there, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not ready yet." And I'm like, okay. 1 hour later, we finally got done what she needed to get done.
Patience is a virtue.
And I was like, okay. I was like, can I go back to lay down now?
Can I go
at that
home
point,
now?
I came home, and I was like, we need to go out. Let's go to Walmart. I need to go buy this vinyl record I want. Because I had asked my coworker Gino to get it for me a few days ago, but then I had seen it for 15 online, and when he got there, he's like, it's 18 something, and I was like, nah, don't worry about it. And then when he got back to the office, he's like, oh, I didn't get it. And I was like, all right, straight. And I was like, now that I think about it, it was only $3.
Yeah.
Why didn't I get it? He goes, yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but it was kind of weird you said not to get it over $3. Yeah. He goes, I almost bought it for you, and I was like, no, I'm glad you didn't, because I would have zelled you $20.
Yeah.
But I was like, so today I was like, let's go buy that record.
Yeah.
$18 for a $40 album.
Yeah.
$18.
Yeah.
And it's newish.
Yeah.
And it's
I don't
a great
think
album.
you were going to find it any cheaper than that unless it was like a fluke.
Well, I told you, on Walmart.com, they have it for $10, but
by the time you pay shipping and tax.
Shipping and tax, and I don't trust their shipping department. What if they just throw it in some rinky-dink box and it just gets shattered? Yeah. So, I think we did a good job recapping this.
I think so.
We didn't even talk about how our week was because nothing
else mattered.
Nothing else mattered.
Yep.
Now, what do we do now? I mean, we can't top last night. Unless Taking Back Sunday, Yellowcard, and Magic Romance go on tour together, and the Fall Out Boy is the opening act.
Or even if just Taking Back Sunday and Yellowcard go on tour together.
Magic Romance, throw that in there.
But I'm saying Magic Romance isn't together.
I was talking to you about this with you last night. The greatest concert I have been to in my life.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Taking Back Sunday, Fall Out Boy, and Magic Romance.
Yep. No, Yellowcard.
I thought Yellowcard was there, so I may have been mistaken. I apologize. But this right here.
Yeah.
And then Silverstein was on there, but I don't see it on there.
Yeah.
I kept this little flyer. This is worth at least 5 cents.
Yeah.
May I have it back before you lose it? Because you like to lose my stuff.
Whatever.
Excuse you?
I put the charger back on your desk.
Because if I hadn't, you would have lost it.
No, it was in my purse.
In a purse. A purse.
The purse that I took last night.
Which would have been, it would have gone back to the rotation, and then you would have lost my battery pack.
No, it would have been in the purse. I just would have forgotten.
And then I would say, hey, babe, where's my battery pack? It's in one of my purses. I'll look for it later. And then 3 months later, I'm like, hey, where's my battery pack? So I think we need to wrap it up because my throat hurts.
Okay.
So with that being said,
oh
yeah. If I could find you now, things would get better. So the show Instagram is Listen to the Words Podcast. I'm famous now, so please, if I don't accept you, it's because I have so many coming in. So be patient with me.
It's not a private account. It's public. He doesn't have to accept anything.
And the show Instagram, the email is listen to the words pod@gmail.com because you couldn't fit podcast in. There's too many letters.
Yeah, whatever.
With that being said, promote your stuff.
My Instagram and Etsy is Crafty Kelly's Workshop. Crafty with a K. Kelly is Kelly. My show email is listen to the words pod Kelly@gmail.com. And if you want to follow Bruce, our third mic, it's Bruce the Doxy Pin on Instagram.
Yeah. So sign off.
I found my childhood eyes.
Ooh. What does it say on my shirt? The one I bought?
Oh, I don't remember.
We could leave this town and run forever. Yeah, I like that. So if you have a chance, check out Yellowcard. Go to watch the show. Yep. Pre-save this new album that's coming out. Yes. You will not regret it.
No.
So thank you guys. Hope you enjoy this, and we'll talk to you next week.